Thank you.
Tremopoulos, please.
Ευχαριστώ, κυρία Πρόεδρε. Ευχαριστούμε και τον κύριο Mikolasic.
Thank you very much. I'd like to thank Mr. Mikolasic for his analysis, but I'd like to add a couple of points, because in my view, I think that we are working on a very general level, and this isn't very different from the Commission's report. So I think that there are some points which have been omitted completely and others which have only been touched on in passing. And I think that our committee should be able to level criticism at the Commission's report. And that's what the citizens expect of us when they sent us here. This report is another one in the series. Reference has been made to a strategic approach introduced in this programming period. Reference is made to the objectives, the structure and the method we want to follow. These are all very important aspects. We agree on those points, but there are other points which we need to emphasize. They are the following three in particular. First of all, funds for environmental matters. Many of us would not only want us to talk about the environment policy, but we also need to see to it that sustainable proposals are made on green investment. We need to look ahead to that type of investment in the future so that we can take particular account of the environmental aspects. I'd like to remind you of the latest disasters in Hungary and Romania. So it's very important for sustainability and economic sustainability to go hand in hand. The second point is transparency. The Commission agreed to my report on transparency, which was voted through and adopted in June by an overwhelming majority in the European Parliament, and it was seen quite clearly that the guidelines for greater transparency are essential. So once again, we could make reference expressis verbis to transparency and try to reconcile the different points of information. And then there's another very important aspect, which is the principle of cooperation, because it would be essential to collect information or at least take into account not only by the authorities at local, national or regional level, but also in cooperation with non-governmental organizations and with other local economic groups which have equally important information at their fingertips, but these things are often excluded from official reports. So cooperation only occurs in a fragmentary way, and it isn't properly structured